All right, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. I think we're getting connected there. Everything's going great. Had a great time at that wedding, and it was magical. All right. Great news to report. I'm up to 38, 39 subscribers. I didn't know we'd get there that fast. Well, I appreciate it, folks. Go get a cup of coffee or water or a shot of liquor, but whatever's palatable. Okay. So in the thumbnail, I put down which were popular names, Joseph Bonanno and Stefano Megadino. You know, I remember years ago they used to say the Megadinos. I was like, well, okay, but they were the roots of the family I was associated with in Niagara Falls. Okay, and I got to get situated here. I'm dressing up, okay? I'm not going to look like a hobo anymore, okay? I've got gym shorts on under here, so it's not a whole suit. You'll never know, okay? All right. So everything's good. Everything's going great, and you gotta. They had a commission like years ago, mob bosses and everything, and I think Charles Lucky Luciano started it with all the family bosses, a commission where they could get a sense. Well, they decided to hold that commission meeting over there in Appalachia, and that's when they all got raided, and all the FBI, they were running through cornfields and everything. All these gangsters are jumping on tractors and stuff. But that was the origins of what they called the commission, when all the crime families got together and got a grip of some things, because way back, it was Murder Inc. in Chicago, and it was just bloodbaths every day. I mean, come on. So Stefan Magadino, he lived to the ripe old age of like 97, and he was from Sicily. One of the names, long names, like the city's got like 3 words in it, and he came over, I believe in 1908 or somewhere around there. He came over to move to Brooklyn, and then his cousin was Joseph Bonanno. They called him Joe Bananas. They called Stefano Magadino the Undertaker. And I love the colorful names that these guys had. Some of them had some colorful names in Niagara Falls, and it's cute. But so they started off in Brooklyn, and they migrated to Western New York, and it was prohibition back then. Alcohol was illegal. It was not served, and you couldn't buy it in the United States during Prohibition, and they migrated up. I think Magadino migrated up, and his cousin Joe Bonanno, they were intricate in this area, and that Niagara River has always served these mafia families, because they were dumping bodies in that river. And during Prohibition, when they came up to Western New York, they were smuggling the Canadian whiskey over the river into the country, and they made, well, back then, I mean, $2 or $3 million is like 75 million today, or whatever. So they hit the lotto, they hit the Mafia lotto right off the bat, and their power and their tentacles grew throughout Ohio, the northeast. They had their hands in pretty near everything in the Northeast, and Joe Todaro from Buffalo. I knew his great grandchild, I believe, when I went to school once upon a time, and he was a good boy, good kid, and he actually lived up near Niagara Falls, North Tonawanda, and he was just a regular smart kid. He was a straight A student, just like me, college, and they were up in Niagara Falls and Lewiston, up where the art park is and everything. And Stefano Magadino still got a funeral parlor to this day named the Magadino Funeral Home. So when business was slow back then, they just whacked off some people and boom, they got to go to a funeral parlor. Nah, they didn't do that. They had enough money. But yeah, they grew in power, and that bootlegging, and they were into the loan sharking and illegal gambling, and also the labor. They had their hand on the labor and the unions and everything else, so they controlled a lot. They had a lot of power. Right in little old Buffalo, New York. You know, Buffalo and Western New York, it was the power pack right in tandem with New York City. I mean, the locals would never imagine, the Western New Yorkers would never imagine that the power was right here. Buffalo, Niagara Falls, the power was here. The power was here, and that Niagara River had the power too when it was the bootlegging days and getting rid of bodies. You ain't ever going to recover a body out of the Niagara River, ever. So if you whack somebody, you throw them in there. I mean, some prosecutors could build a strong circumstantial case if somebody's seen you throw the body or whatever, but the FBI used to make a lot of shit up too. So, but nonetheless, you had a good chance of getting away with it. So, Stefano Magadino, let me see what else I got here. I don't know what I put down. I just wanted to write. I wanted to get the names, but they had that the original commission was started in 1931. So these guys were like 28. I think they were born in 1894, and they're probably in their 30s. And Charles Lucky Luciano was in it. Al Capone, Joe Bonanno. They call them Joe Bonanos. That's Stefano Magadino's cousin. Tommy Gigatano, he was a nice guy, they said. And Joseph Profaci. I love that name. Joe Profaci. So they were into everything, and the Magadinos really pioneered their way into building up everything in Western New York, and industrial labor unions, and gambling, illegal gambling, bootlegging, and they had millions of dollars by the time they passed away. Stefano Magadino, he lived to 97 years old, and Joe Bonanno, I believe, to 89 years old. So they lived long lives. They enjoyed that money. I think Joe Bonanno got caught up in a couple crimes here or there, but Stefano Magadino only actually served in his whole time, not like all these other gangsters and these YouTube stories you see where they did 10 years, only 2 years. And that was like on some kind of minor charge. It wasn't no big mafia charge type of thing, but it was only 2 years. And then those descendants in Niagara Falls, uh, uh, what was his name? Man, please forgive my memory, my non-memory. Mangano. I knew his. I could have been no, maybe his grandson. He was a big, heavy set guy, big bruiser, and good guy, nice guy. And we used to call him Donkey. And he was happy go lucky and everything else. And I believe that was his grandson. And he used to gamble at the track and everything. And we'd talk, nice guy, real nice guy. He wasn't involved in no illegal activities. The Tadaros, the grandson or great grandson, good kid. Kenmore, New York, Western New York, real good kid. Not into any illegal activities. And the other guys that I was running errands for up in Niagara Falls, old man Sam, that was tied to the Colombo family, and the Colombo family in New York, and that was handed down to him, and he had a bar and restaurant, and I used to go over there and run some errands, go get some milk and bread for them and bring it back to the restaurant. And that was the Ancestry.com, or in the origins, more or less. And that branched down all the way into the 80s and 90s and everything. And I met these people, and they were real nice people. And of course, it is what it is. And that boss, the guy that I worked for, Sam M., I think he actually changed his name, and he was part of the Mangano. I don't know. Sometimes these people change their names, and you don't ask questions like, excuse me, but ain't your real name so-and-so? And, I'm with the FBI here, and, okay. So I just want to do a little history on that. I wanted to make an attractive thumbnail, but I wouldn't realize if you folks knew who Stefano Magaddino was, and Joseph Bonanno, Stefano the Undertaker, and Joseph Bonanno, they call him Joe Bananas. So, and that was Mike Franzese hierarchy, because these people didn't just all start, they all immigrated from Italy and Sicily, and then they branched out. And Western New York, Buffalo, and Niagara Falls was a very, very integral part of that network. And people on the streets wouldn't realize that. And the FBI knew it, but the people on the streets were, not, whatever it was. So, I'm glad some of you folks must have hit the share button and the like and comment and subscribe, because I never got that many subscribers, like 3 or 4 in 1 or 2 days. Man, that's a new world record. Holy cow. Thank you. Let's raise up. And we do the spiritual stuff because we have to do the spiritual stuff. Okay? I'm here living proof. I'm still living. And believe me, I dodged a lot of bad, life-threatening situations. Bad health with different things and stuff. Overdose, boom, boom, boom. Getting a little crazy with a couple crew members from a family. I dodged it all. I got shot at in the streets, copping drugs, and all the bullets. So we have to recognize the spiritual aspect of our lives. We don't have to be Bible thumpers, but just realize there's a spiritual aspect to your bodies and soul, okay? I don't want to turn you off by any of that kind of stuff, okay? But I try to tell a few stories here, entertaining, different subject matters. Some of you like the Mafia stories and everything else. And I try to do other content. But the spiritual aspect of my channel is just as important because I had a second chance at life and I want to try to raise people up because there's depression and mental health illness going around. I mean, it's more probably it's not contagious, but you know, and we got to realize that people are struggling. So I always want to integrate that with my channels. You know, I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes. I needed help once upon a time. I think my video just skipped. Better behave video. And we got to be aware a little if we could see somebody might be struggling here and there. Maybe whatever resources we might have, just kind words, a helping hand, a $10 bill. If we got something to let them know they're not forgotten and there's hope and you can recover, all right? I started from scratch from dead, so you can recover. I got my memory back a little bit. I got my bearings back a little bit. And I'm a very effective communicator. I do the best I do the best if I can. I do the best I can. And, you know, at the end of the day, love and compassion is the real money, okay? You know, we like to hear crime mafia stories. Yeah, I made 25,000 over here. The guy made 65. No, you know what? Those are numbers. We're all going to live and die. Love and compassion and be aware. And if you're struggling, don't be embarrassed or ashamed to reach out and let somebody or some place know that I need a little help here. I don't want to fall too far behind. I want to live an uplifting and joyful life. So let's recognize that, okay? And I like to tell my group of subscribers and viewers that don't subscribe, and hopefully will be future subscribers. We'll get there. And that's why I don't ever leave the spiritual devotion out, because that's just as important as a entertaining mafia crime story or talking about Michael Jordan or Derek Jeter or something else. It's just as important. I know a lot of you subscribers don't gravitate toward it, but it's good psychology to try to lift us up and have a more healthy, fruitful life, okay? So that's how I try to do it here. I try to do it smart and intelligent. You're like, yeah, right. You can't remember your name, Jojo. Oh, no, it's a cup of Jojo. All right. Ta-da! There we go, my beautiful people. What do we got here? Look what I found. There's a Jesus Calling book lying around here. Who would have ever thought? So, see, we got to get good mental health, get out of depression, and laugh and love your body. It's medically proven it's healthier. So, and God wants to help his children, okay? I need all the help I can get, so. All right, okay. I am the God of all time and all that is. Seek me not only in the morning quietness, but consistently throughout the day. Do not let unexpected problems distract you from my presence. Instead, talk with me about everything and watch confidently to see what I will do. God, this is going on. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, well, this has happened. I'm struggling with this. And then just see what happens. Do some experiments, spiritual experiments. Adversity need not interrupt your communion with me. Yeah, we're going through a lot of trials and tribulations, but don't let that interrupt your communion with him. That should stimulate your communion with him. When things go wrong, you tend to react as if you're being punished. Instead of a negative response, try to view difficulties as a blessings in disguise. Oh God, why'd you let this happen to me? Why am I being punished? Why is this? Why is that? You're not even a God. You are nothing, God. But let you be tested by the fire and grow up and rise up. Then you have the tools to tackle anything. Nobody said it would be easy. You rise up, you put those fires out, and then you rise up. You're stronger fabric. You got strong DNA, stronger fabric. Bring it on. Me and God will rock and roll, and Jesus will rock and roll. Our lives are going to have problems, yes. But what are the tools that we implement to address those effectively? Make me your refuge by pouring out your heart to me. Trust in me in all times. So it makes a lot of sense, don't it? I can trust in everything. I was raised Christian and all that, and I believed in the precepts and the foundations of Christianity and everything. And then it was reinforced when I was dead and got brung back, and it was like, wow, it's real. People are just going to think I'm nuts, but I owe it to God. Excuse me. I'm on a journey. I'm on a mission. There's no shame in my game. Speaking a spiritual word, no way. There's no shame there. I went full circle. So, I owe it to try to share a good word, and that's part of the foundation of this channel and other entertaining stories. And I know you folks like some gangster mob stories and everything else. But just the same, I like to do the spiritual stuff too. It touches my heart a little more than talking about Stefano Magaddino and Joe the Undertaker Bonanno and all that, or Stefano the Undertaker and Joe Bananas. You know, the viewers like it. I'm building my channel, so we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it. So I hope everybody's enjoying the summer. Thank you. Somebody must have hit the like button and the share button and the subscribe button. Holy macaroni. I never got that many. I think I had 31 subscribers and it went to 38 or 39. Geez, I thought it would have took to next spring to get that at the pace I was on. You people are beautiful. And if I could say any words that can entertain you or lift your spirit, your psychology up, your spirituality up, I'm the man for it, okay? And I'm free. And the best things in life are free. And God is there for you for free. And just tap into a little bit and be aware of it. See what happens. You know, nothing might happen. You might say, God, you forgot about me. Or we'll never know. But stay strong. Don't get depressed. Don't ever give up. Don't give up hope and then start doing drugs and all that stuff. Then you're in the devil's clutches. No, don't go there. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if there's any former addicts that view my channel that were addicted to something or had some problems with anything and they're clean now and they were addicted to drugs or whatever, you know, alcohol is a drug or alcohol and stuff like that. Stay strong, stay clean, my brothers and sisters and friends. Stay clean and stay strong. We're the special children. We were tested by the fire and we rose up. Joe R. I know you're watching, Joe R. My man, thank you for subscribing. We beat it. We rose up. We rose up and we took the power. Enough of those rehabs and all that rinky dink. We got the real God. Keep us clean. You know, and I bash the recovery system because it's useless and taxpayers are paying for it. Look at my other videos. And I'm a credentialed counselor, if you want to really know. I got degrees in everything under the sun. Academic degrees. It's a farce. We got ourselves clean, and God gave us the power and the strength to get ourselves clean. So if you guys are struggling, any of my viewers or subscribers, that's that, you know. Look at this. That's one right now. No, excuse me. So, you know, we rose up. Only you tap into something. The recovery and the rehabs they got no success rates, 3%. Okay. So drug addiction is running rapid. Depression is running rapid. Plug into something else and raise up and be strong. Be the kings and queens of your world. We're God's children, not the rehab's children. We're God's children. Sorry I get a little animated, but it's life or death for some people. I went full circle. We're losing people every day. I lost 8 friends to drug addiction that I even know of, probably more because years go by. So that's why I want to uplift the spiritual aspect. Got to put that power in you. So, I wanted to stress that because maybe somebody might be struggling with something on my channel, with mental health issues and depression or addiction issues. And if you're local or anything and ever want to talk off camera or anything, I'm willing. I'll meet you anywhere. I will drive anywhere to try to help you. Your life is precious. So, that's why I always say, be the king and queens of your world. Stay great. Don't give up. Stay strong, So now I'm going to formally do it. I hope I had a good show here today. I did the story, I did the devotion, and those are nice and positive and everything. So I'm happy. I got the power of God in me, and I'm going to keep trying. So thank you for my subscribers skyrocketing, and hit the share button if you want to share, and hit the like button if you like it, and subscribe, comment, and all that. And that, man, it's very keeps me motivated. I gained that many subscribers like in 1 day or 2 days. So I really appreciate it, because that's more people I want to try to help. I'll never make money here. I don't care about any of that. I'll never make money. I want to talk to a few people. Let's rise up and be a strong community together. So that's that. All right. Be the kings and queens of your world. Stay great. Stay strong. And don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. You can do it. All right. And I appreciate your watching and viewing and everything. So that's it for today. I'll see you again probably tomorrow or the next day. And next time, bring your cup of coffee, and I'll bring my cup of JoJo, and we'll shake it up and we'll break it down. Life is good. I love you all, folks. I'll see you soon, and stay great.